Good evening, everyone. This is Republican candidate Doug Loyd for Sheriff of Union County. I got a couple of things on my mind, and I wanted to pop on here and share a couple of my thoughts. I know it's kind of late, but when these thoughts run across your mind, sometimes you just got to jump to it. And as most of you know, and anybody that's heard my platform or heard me speak, I will be a constitutional sheriff who stands up for what's right with freedom of speech. And not only freedom of speech, but the right to bear arms. I stand behind our Constitution that we were founded upon. And I encourage you to do the same as well and not be afraid to speak up when the federal government tries to push back on all levels. If you haven't been watching what's going on out there in Texas, I encourage you to do so. Governor Abbott has stand firm, and not only him, but other 25 governors have stood their ground behind him and saying, we are behind you. And even Governor Kemp has done the same thing. As your next sheriff, you have my word that I will stand firm in what our Constitution says. I will not back down from that. And if the federal government comes in like they're trying to do out there in Texas, I will stand up and do the right thing. I will not go against this Constitution of what it says we are allowed to do. And as an elected official, as the sheriff, the highest point of government in the local county, it's important that you elect people that are not afraid to speak out, that are not afraid to stand up and stand behind what the Constitution says. Governor Abbott is doing so, and he's getting pushed back on all kinds of levels. But I thank God that there's 25 Republican governors that are standing firm behind him and standing up for what's right. I encourage you, the citizens of Union County, to make sure in the days to come that you're voting in people who are not afraid to stand up and who are not afraid to stand behind this Constitution. It plainly says that in times like this, that states have the right to stand up and to stand firm. We got illegals coming in out there with fentanyl and terrorist activity behind them. And that's a threat. We have the right to protect our borders. And so I encourage you to make sure that you're paying attention of what's going on and seeing that we as the people must stand together and stand firm on what is right and what God has told us to stand up for what's right. Not because Joe Blow has said to do it, but because it's our God-given right to stand behind this Constitution that men and women have fought for us. The freedom. So I just wanted to get on here and encourage you to pay attention even more. And I would appreciate each and everybody in the days to come to really consider what is important for our local government. And to make sure not only in the local, but on the government all the way up to the United States in Washington, D.C., to be careful of who you vote for. Make sure they are standing up for what's right and they're not backing down. But I'm telling you, you've got my word, the citizens of Union County. As your next sheriff, I will stand firm on what this Constitution says. I will be that constitutional sheriff that will push back, that will stand behind governors like Governor Kemp and these other 25 governors, that when we start having pushback, that we back like Governor Abbott and stand firm with them. They need us. We must protect our borders. So I just wanted to get on here and shed a little bit of my heart tonight and how passionate I am about serving as the next sheriff of Union County in 2024. Good evening and God bless.